So I've played Pokemon for as long as I can remember. During a 48-hour stream, I decided to make all that I have learned completely useless. I randomized every part of the game, from Pokemon types to move stats, and decided to dive into complete chaos. We started by naming ourselves Wolf and deleting a letter of our rival's name. Together, we walked to the Overlook to meet Bianca and receive our starter. Our options were an Electric-type Drapion, a Poison-type Latias, and a Dragon-type Glaceon. I chose Glaceon because it's my favorite Pokemon, as well as being given the Dragon-type. Before Fairy was added, the Dragon-type only had 2 weaknesses: Ice and other Dragon-types. This means that each move had only a 2 in 17 chance to be super effective, and I could hit everything for neutral or super effective damage except for Steel. I gave it the other half of my name, and we made short work of our opponent's Houndoom. You see, normally, this is a bad matchup. Poison-type Aura Sphere, Psychic-type Magma Storm. $263 EXP. Nice. On Route 19, we caught the fire-flying type Pokemon Turtwig, and named him Tut, knowing that he won't be around for long. When we got to the ranch and ran into Hug, I noticed that he had traded in his Houndoom for a Porygon 2. What type are you? It almost defeated Tut and Necro, but Glaceon managed to pull through with a super effective Psychic-type Magma Storm. I then attempted to catch a wild Keldeo. It whited out my team, and I just moved on with my life. Oh cool, a Keldeo. Indeed I will. At the first gym, we swept the first 2 trainers, then Tut and Necro were swept by Charon, or in this case Malcolm's, Weevil. I don't even know what smelling salt does, but it like half killed my Turtwig. Rock super effective against this Weavile. Maybe it's offline. Well, Aqua Jet, we'll see. We tried again after making 0 changes and made it through by the skin of our teeth. Crash, I think. Let's go, Tut.
Just call this dude Malcolm.
So, I have the names randomized as well. Right before the second gym, Tut the Turtwig evolved into Weavile, and was ready to take on Chloe, the alternate universe Roxy. A Weavile. My new Weavile still didn't know a single decent move, so I U-turned and swept with Glaceon. Oh wait. U-turn. It must be a rock. Electric type super effective against this Walrein anyway. I then went on to lose the battle at Pokestar Studios that was supposed to be a guaranteed win.
This is supposed to be like a thing where you win. I'm pretty sure it's just to be like set up for you to win.
We then caught a Grass Ice-type Gulpin and an Ice Psychic-type Chimchar that evolved into an Alakazam that was Dragon Water. What am I gonna get out of Chimchar? Alakazam. It's a Dragon Water. While grinding, we captured an Imbor with terrible stats and discovered that Splash not only had 95% accuracy, but is also a Dragon type move. How does that... Okay, Splash has a 95% accuracy. The next task was to defeat Berg, which was easy because all of his Pokemon were bad. But after the battle, Maniac learned Nasty Plot, which was important because his best move was a special Icy Wind with 80 power and 100 accuracy. I like the Dragon type Splash. Next was Nimbasa City, where we had a double battle with Rosa as our teammate. I defeated both of our opponents while Rosa's Imbor used Acid Armor the whole time. We then found a grown woman who wanted to go on a date with a 10-year-old, and we obliged her with a ride on a Ferris wheel. For some reason, just randomly on a date on the carousel. We lost against Elisa, and I came up with a plan. We were going to use Alakazam to put the Chansey to sleep and Nasty Plot so that he could sweep her whole team. I ended up replacing Nasty Plot for Growth and Dragon Rage for Dragon type Fury Attack, but the plan pretty much stayed the same and we won us our 4th badge. Now I outspeed the Chansey, nice. Well, I guess you were just like, I don't know what you do. One shot this man up. I just use this fucking grid. If I don't use an attacking move, then I one-shot the Salamence. Bianca then led us to a hidden grotto where we found Beetle the Bug-type Torterra. He wasn't used a single time before replacing him with the legendary Pokemon Dunsparce. We then taught Glaceon Fly, which became its most broken move with 70 power and 100 accuracy and stab. I then went all the way to Chargestone Cave, realized I went the wrong way, then went all the way back to the city to beat the X-Team Plasma members and get a Ghost Grass-type Zora, who we traded in for our Imbor. Zorua evolved into a Ghost-Flying Kadabra, and we swept the gym with Glaceon. What do you think the Zorua can evolve into? Literally anything. I have a Kadabra and an Alakazam. I defeated Gym Leader Veronica.
That's the 5th one.
Yep. Next, we beat up Team Plasma and were actually allowed to go through Chargestone Cave. We made short work of Skyla, went the wrong way again, then boarded our last-minute flight to Lintimas Town to do story stuff. Yes, Skyla's name is no Mel. And I know that Machamp looks like a bird. It seems to have a beak, but I don't think it's supposed to be. This Machamp, like, kind of fucked up my reasoning. We met up with Bianca in a cave and ended up in a double battle against a Groudon and a Kakuna. At some point I had gotten a Master Ball, so I chucked at the Groudon and he stayed in the box for all of eternity. We then got to the 7th gym where we were severely underleveled, but that didn't matter since the stats were random anyway. Why does he only have 3 Pokemon? Our underleveled team beat it on the first try before Team Plasma showed up. One left. We took our time disassembling their plan so that we could listen to the music. Team Plasma then retreated to an area around Humalao City and we had to track them down to make the music continue, but not before beating the final gym. Earlier in the playthrough, I had decided to teach Surf to Kadabra because I needed it and that Kadabra had now evolved into a Scolipede. Into a Ledian. Scolipede. I had the bug right. We were now riding on the back of a giant centipede across the ocean. We apparently took the long way to Humalao because Hug called to tell us that we could have just taken the marine tube. Dunsparce and Necro swept the gym with ease and we were well on our way to taking on the Elite Four. We went the wrong way again and had to backtrack to find Team Plasma and invade their ship. I completed a puzzle that took me way too long and then got kicked off their ship after being annoying. Team Plasma had once again decided to relocate, and the spot they had decided on was once again a cave. I reboarded the ship and defeated any members of Team Plasma that stood in my way. What I did not anticipate was that my toughest foe would be another puzzle. It wasn't even a real puzzle and it took me half an hour to figure out. That was not obvious in the slightest. I then made it past the security, defeated all of Team Plasma, and got to sit through Ghetsis' villain monologue. Ghetsis, that's what it is. He then ran into a cave, and after we followed him, he literally tried to kill us with giant ice spears. In showed up and brought Ghetsis exactly what he wanted, which made us the sole hero who was forced to fight the legendary Pokemon Nidorina. So Kyurem turned to Kyurem Black, right? And you have to walk up to him to fight him. I click on him, he turns into a Nidorina. This pissed off Ghetsis, so he tried to fight us with his powerhouse of baby Pokemon in Typhlosion. What? For some reason, he has health for days. He almost had us, but we barely managed to survive with our 2 remaining Pokemon being below 15 health. I have 1 health. With the story out of the way and all 8 gym badges collected, all that was left was the Elite Four. I made it through Victory Road with ease and was now in the final minutes of the game. I started with the Chuny member of the Elite Four, Lawrence. The plan was simple. Start off with Breloom, outspeed, gain EXP, and hope it learns something useful. It didn't work out that way. Our weaker Mons just got rolled, and we had to sweep their whole team with Alakazam. Pokemon that are the same type. Like it's a Pokemon that moves super. Next was the dude with the scarf, Stacy. I tried the same plan again because I wanted to get some use out of my weaker Mons, but the same thing happened and I swept with Dunsparce. Blue Teeth Dude Cristiano was up next. Same thing, except this time, Glaceon got the spotlight. We ended up in a dodge battle with the Giraffe Rig, but we were slower, so they always missed bounce, and we always hit our fly. Faster. So it does that, and then I fly. It comes down first, doesn't hit me, and then I hit it, and I should kill it. Oh, damn. The last member we had to defeat was Webster. Even with all of the collective dictionary knowledge stuffed into her hair, she still got swept by the underleveled Alakazam. It's a dragon type, okay. Then we were on to Iris. Her Crocodile managed to take out both our Breloom and Dunsparce, but was finally taken out by Alakazam. Alakazam managed to sweep through her team until eventually falling to an unfortunate burn. A fitting end for our hero. Iris's last Pokemon was Altaria, as we sent out Glaceon. We were each able to two-shot the other, but I was faster and managed to finish off Iris with 69 health remaining. And that was it. That was the end of the run. We managed to forge through the chaos and come out on top. And it was all thanks to Nut, the Fire-type Breloom, Maniac, the Dragon Water Alakazam, Tut, the normal Fire Weevil, Dunsparce, the Psychic God, Necro, the Dragon-type Glaceon, and Scolipede, the Rock Poison Scolipede.